for this pipe, the down pipe here, easiest way I've found to do it is to bring it in from the bottom. So if you can get the car up to any height, you can slide this in. You also may be able to do it a little bit when you're installing the kit. You might be able to do it with the bracket or the tensioner out of the way to actually have some room, and the radiator hose out of the way to have some room to maneuver it, because it does kind of come down here and 90 down here at the bottom. Let's see if this thing will show it. 90 down here at the bottom. So any way you guys can get it in there is fine. You'll see the routing is it's a 90, comes down 45, and then 90. So the shorter 90 and 45 is at the bottom. So 90 straight, 45's out, 45's out, and then 90 to get around here to the intercooler. Okay. The other side, you run the 45 along the top. You use the small 3-inch cast aluminum piece to connect the 45 to the 90. If you need to, you can put some soap in these to make them a little bit easier to maneuver, or just use your Mongo strength and get it done that way. Comes around up through the top. This is the powder coated 45. So this goes in here. And how I like to do these, 45, is to connect this one first so that it's out to here and you have your 3-inch straight connector. You can use your T-bolt clamps for these. You need the regular O-rings or hose clamps for up here. Up here. Those of you doing the Stage 2 kit will already have had these connected, and these connectors, you can reuse them. They're fine. You will have to trim these 3-inch connectors, those of you who are installing for the first time. They come, I think, stock, they're about this long, so you're going to need to cut these down so that they're straight. Otherwise, they don't fit the curvature and they'll start to pucker and look kind of funny. So you trim them down so that they're the right length. Take care when you cut it. Don't be in a hurry. Use a straight edge, squish it down, all that kind of stuff. Use a sharp razor blade, and don't cut yourself, people. So come to here, T-bolt clamps, keep everything nice and secure, like this T-bolt clamp down here, which you can see. So install this part, put the connection on here, put the 45 in, wiggle these bits around, the silicone pieces down here around till it all fits. Gravy. Tighten it all up. Happy, happy. Now, next installment will be trimming the bumper, or at least the bit of guidance I can give you on how to do it. Thank you very much. Alright, we're over here looking at my bumper. I'll zoom out here. You can see my bumper sitting on a box. That's actually a supercharger box, or a intercooler box. So, you can see my bumper. You can see the inside of this is really super trim. Now, the beautiful thing is we have eliminated a lot of this trimming here with the new intercooler setup and layout. The trimming of the where am I? There I am. Trimming of the cowling along the inside you will still likely have to do, at least on the top. I do not believe that we need to trim it much on the bottom, but I'll put it on the car here in a second and verify that. So you will likely have to notch this part over here slightly with a grinder, as the, whoa, here we are. This, the passenger side, lower part of the bumper carrier will need to get ground down a little bit to make room for the outlet and the end tank of the intercooler. But I believe that's about it. So use your judgment, put it on there, see if it fits. It's going to be a little bit of trial and error for you guys because every car is a little different. And the fitment of the intercooler might be a little different for you than it is for me. So it's going to take some finagling. Take your time. You'll get it done. Trim it back. Take it slow. Measure twice. Cut once. All that good stuff. And you'll be fine. At any point you have any questions, need anything, you can give us a call, and we will help you out. You will not need to make these big cuts in the bottom that So you can see down in here. You can see down in here the cut there on the lower bumper carrier. You may need to trim your lower bumper carrier to clear the intercooler, or it might just float right around it, which would be superb. I believe it's going to be really close and you won't have to trim much, quite honestly. It fits and clears through the top here without any trouble. You can also see that how much more gap I have from where the plastic was trimmed along the bottom section and even along the top section. So it's possible you may not have to trim very much of your actual bumper, because I've still got a good 1.5 inches until I'm touching the intercooler along the bottom, and probably about that much outsides of my fingers, so about 2 inches. So you guys will experiment. I don't have a fresh bumper to be able to tell you, unfortunately. You can see there's plenty of room over here, so you don't have to worry about trimming your carrier over here at all. Should just come right around in front of the intercooler without any trouble. Okay, so wrap up here in a second.